हाय। इस वीडियो के अंदर हम कवर करेंगे न्यू पब्लिक मैनेजमेंट कंपैरेटिव पर्सपेक्टिव। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। इन 1992 in the USA, a path breaking book that is reinventing government, how the entrepreneurship spirit is transforming the public sector, by the David Osborne and Ded Gabler. It underscores the need to make the government less bureaucratic and more entrepreneurial. The agenda of the book was design a fresh role of the government system with the following maxima. Okay, what are the maxims? First one is the catalyst government, that is providing not only the service but also catalyzing all sector into the action, okay, in the solution of problem. Then second one is the community oriented government, empowering citizen in service delivery. Third, competitive government, providing competition among the various service provider. Fourth one, mission driven government, being driven by the mission and not rule and regulation. Fifth one, result oriented government, measuring the performance of the organization on the basis of their outcome than the input. Sixth one, customer driven government, redefining client and customers and offering them choice in the service delivery. Seventh, entrepreneurship government, mobilizing effort toward earning money instead of just spending. The anticipatory government, that is being proactive in the sense of preventing problem before they emerge. Then decentralized government, restoring the decentralizing authority with a view to taking decision making close to citizen. And tenth one is the market oriented government, relying on the market mechanism in the provisions of the service rather than the bureaucratic mechanism. So all these are the maxims that are written in the this book, that is the reinventing government, how the entrepreneurship spirit in is transforming the public sector, by the David Osborne and Ded Gabler, okay, in the year 1992. So Meduri in 2010 observed the public administration need to gear up to the challenge of redefining the respective sphere of the state and non-state actors, building mechanism for better interaction and cooperation. Okay, these are the main challenge. Then second one is the framing suitable law and regulation that provide necessary stability, confidence and enforcement. Okay, stability, enforcement and confidence. And third one is the responding to the citizen demand through innovative ways. And fourth one, building a professional civil service possessing necessary competence, skill, public service as well as participatory and pro citizen ethics. So the above norms, that means these all norms, okay, form the agenda of action in the new public management through the achievement of the three important goals, that is the efficiency, economy and effectiveness. If these three have to achieve, you should or the government should obey all these things, okay. So it must be accept that new public management disapprove of the perpetuation of traditional slow moving, okay, routinized, regulation oriented, centralized bureaucratic system, okay, and instead advocate the creation of, ओके, जो न्यू पब्लिक मैनेजमेंट है इन सभी को क्या करता है, निग्लेक्ट करता है, ओके। और क्या बोलता है, इंस्टेड एडवोकेट द क्रिएशन ऑफ एडाप्टिव, फ्लेक्सिबल, चेंज ओरिएंटेड, परफॉर्मेंस फोकस, रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड, citizen centric and community oriented, competitive and decentralized and administrative system, okay, decentralized administrative system that are not legitimate by the traditional rule and procedures, okay। तो जो न्यू पब्लिक मैनेजमेंट है वो किसकी बात करता है, इसकी बात करता है, नॉट दिस, ओके। ये ट्रेडिशनल वे है एंड न्यू पब्लिक मैनेजमेंट ये इसकी बात करता है, ठीक है। डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन, कॉम्पिटिशन, सीट, कम्युनिटी ओरिएंटेड, परफॉर्मेंस फोकस, ठीक है। दिस ऑल मेनली डील विद द मीन्स मेनली फोकस ऑफ द न्यू पब्लिक मैनेजमेंट, ओके। सो रियलिटी देयरफॉर an administrative system in the government should be innovative, creative, forward looking and inclusive in the approach to policy making, implementation and evaluation. So this would require adequate application of managerial technique of private sector in the government system. So starting with Great Britain and the USA, the new public management movement spread itself to the Australia, New Zealand, Germany, France, and other nations of the Western world. Okay, under the influence of the international donor agency, made visible impressions on the governance system for the of the developing countries. Okay, so here mainly spread the new public management. Even the People Republic of China, in spite of the professed communist ideology, adopted the new public management with a great enthusiasm, backed by the host of the innovate, innovations and initiative. The strong the role of the public sector. Okay, तो पब्लिक सेक्टर का रोल दिखाते हुए ओके मेनली न्यू पब्लिक मैनेजमेंट को अपनाया इन सभी देशों ने. सो एक्सपांडिंग द रोल ऑफ प्राइवेट सेक्टर इन द मैनेजमेंट of the socio-economic affairs impacted the governance system of several countries, including the Malaysia, Singapore, Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, India, Bangladesh. So consequently, the developing countries learned important lesson in administrative reform from developed countries. Okay, so developed nation already follow the new public management. And what is new public management? They main focus on the privatization. Okay, so the other developing nations, okay, all these developing nation, they also following the same pattern, that is the new public management. So as a consequence, one can see an environment of healthy competition existing among almost all nations of the world to make their government entrepreneur. Okay, so little wonder the whole administrative landscape at the cross national level has radically transformed on the account of the new public management. So broadly, the following transformation have taken place in most nations as a consequence of the application of the new public management. तो क्या क्या ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हुए? मेनली द न्यू पब्लिक मैनेजमेंट रिफॉर्म हैव विजिबल एंसेंट ऑन द मार्केट. Okay, liberalization, privatization and globalization. So the new public management mainly innovate the liberalization, privatization and globalization. Okay, इन्होंने जो न्यू पब्लिक मैनेजमेंट है इन्होंने मेनली इसी से आया है. ओके, सो देयर हैव बीन कंटेनमेंट ऑन द एक्सपेंशन ऑफ द साइज ऑफ ब्यूरोक्रेसी. इन फैक्ट इट हैज़ बीन डाउन साइज इन सेवरल ऑपरेशनल एरिया. ओके, तो कुछ चीज़ में ब्यूरोक्रेसी बढ़ी है और किसी चीज़ में डाउन साइज हुई है. ओके, बिकॉज ऑफ द न्यू पब्लिक मैनेजमेंट. सो वेरी फ्यू न्यू पब्लिक इंटरप्राइजेस हैव बीन सेटअप इवन इन डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज. ओके, तो बहुत कम जो गवर्नमेंट एंटरप्राइजेस है वो डेवलप हुए इन द डेवलपिंग कंट्री. इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ सेवरल स्टेट एंटरप्रेन्योर हैव बीन फुल्ली और पार्शियली प्राइवेटाइज. तो जो स्टेट एंटरप्रेन्योर जो भी थे, जो गवर्नमेंट के जो भी कंपनीज थी, वो अभी क्या हो गई? फुल्ली या पार्शियली प्राइवेट हो गई बिकॉज ऑफ द न्यू पब्लिक मैनेजमेंट. सो गुड नंबर ऑफ सर्विस हैव बीन अंडरटेकन on public private partnership. Okay, so the healthy competition between the public and private sector in several important area have been encouraged. अभी इसकी बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब इसको बहुत ज़्यादा मोटिवेट किया जा रहा है. ओके, टू बी द प्राइवेटाइजेशन. So quite a few service earlier undertaken by the government system have been outsourced to the private agencies on the contractual basis. इस तरह से प्राइवेटाइजेशन हो रहा है मेनली. The citizen charter have been released and implemented in a large number of departments and agencies. These charters are designed to enhance the quality and speed of the public service. So openness, transparency and right to information have been effectively integrated with the government functioning. There is a great stress on the performance orientation of various government institutions supported by the outcome budgeting and performance auditing. So the system of initiative and reward, okay, incentive and reward have been instituted in many government enterprise and department to enhance work performance. Okay, so there is a increase emphasis on goal achievement and cross benefit analysis in the government agencies. So later entry of the expert into the civil service have been accepted as a reform mechanism with a degree of contractual appointment of administrator and technocrats in a senior government positions. Information and technology have been extensively applied to financial management in a realm of accounting, purchase, payment, etc. In fact, technology upgrade and modernization have been become a well accepted priority in the public sector. Okay, mainly public system. So automation and artificial intelligence are being steadily introduced in a select area of government functioning. So these all are the changes happen in the developing nation because of the new public management. न्यू पब्लिक मैनेजमेंट के कारण क्या हुआ, ये सभी जो चेंजेस जो हमने पढ़ा है ये सभी चीज़ें हुई है कहाँ पे, डेवलपिंग नेशन में. ओके, सो the above attribute of transforming administration system through the world are indicative of the trend of globalization in the administrative system. So in this pattern there is a no rigid uniformity, there is a similarity as well as the diversities in the government system in cross national and cross culture context, with each country having own unique and compatible design and pattern. So this is the evidence of the lesson that nation have to learn from the each other through the comparative perspective offered by the new public management. So this is all about the new public management, and here mainly we study different type of, okay, new public management technique. So okay, so this is comparative perspective of the new public management. Okay, so नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम कवर करेंगे द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, दैट इज न्यू पब्लिक सर्विस अप्रोच. ओके, न्यू पब्लिक सर्विस अप्रोच. सो दैट्स ऑल फॉर दिस वीडियो. थैंक यू.